Bet you're wondering, what is this guy doing now? First and foremost, I want to say what's up, everybody. I've been a little crazy in life, doing a lot of crazy things, and you'll be seeing it on videos soon enough coming my way. But something we're going to cover on the channel right now is called the Project Pilot. This is a 2005 Honda Pilot SUV. It's got 163,000 miles. It's used, no accidents. The vehicle itself is in very good maintained condition. One owner. I happen to know the owner, and I'm highlighting this car to show you guys out there who are not ready for a brand new car yet. People that just need maybe a simple used car, secondary car, household car, work car. This is a car right here that for the same money as a down payment on a lease or a finance to start it, this is what you would kind of buy. So these vehicles range between 4,000 to about 5,500 depending on the condition. This one here I got under that valuation because there are some things that need to be addressed. So it's purchased as is, as an as-is purchase, around the $3,000 mark, to leave some space to be able to fix what's wrong with it and still not have it go over the $4,000 valuation. God forbid there's a total loss on the vehicle and some insurance is going to pay somewhere. They're only going to pay what the book value of the vehicle is. Meaning if the car is parked on the side of the street and somebody hits it while it's parked on the side of the street and totals it out, and they happen to have full coverage insurance, well, you may very well get a $2,000 to $3,000 check for this used vehicle so that you could go out and at least be made somewhat whole. So that's why you don't want to invest too much mechanically over the book value of the vehicle, because when the insurance pays out, they always pay less than what the value is. So you're going to take a hit there, and then they make their own assumptions of what's going to be what. But just to cover a few things on this vehicle, it's a great used vehicle because of the simple fact that it's a 5,000-pound SUV, family vehicle. So it probably saw a very regular lifestyle. It wasn't raced, it wasn't beat on, it was used for Home Depot runs, supermarket runs, picking up kids at soccer, so on and so forth, the occasional snowdrift, and never really saw too hard of a duty. I personally know the owner, the original owner of the vehicle, and they took very good care. They take very good care of all their vehicles. This vehicle's reached the end of its service life with them as far as what they need it with. So now we're going to take it and move it on to the next portion. We're going to make it part of the real estate company's vehicles, because down in Florida we're doing things with that nature in our real estate entity, our partnership there. And we don't like to use brand new good vehicles for construction, paint, so on and so forth. Things get ruined, and cars like this are the ideal vehicle where they were well cared for. The business may have to put a few $1,000s into them to get them up and running and keep them going. This particular vehicle may actually even see some duty with my nephew, who's down there and helps us with the groundskeeping, so on and so forth. So this may be something we utilize for him to be able to keep the grass cut and make gas runs, and he can use it for himself going to college. Now, some of the things I want to touch on that were done on the vehicle already. The brakes were redone on the vehicle. There's going to be an oil change done to it. The transmission fluid was flushed. The cooling system was replaced. All in all, it was about a $1,400 bill. So now the car as it sits, it also has fairly new tires on it. Everything functions, air conditioning. I'll give you a view of the interior of the car in a second here. It is a 4-door vehicle SUV. It is a 3-row SUV. I have to change the battery and the key fob so that the alarm works, but I'll show you the back seat first. As you can see in here, the vehicle is very pristine. In the back here, you have a large cargo area, and you have the third rows folded down there. As you pan around here, you got full amenities of a regular full-size SUV and a nice Honda dashboard. You'll see there's a sunroof also. The trunk for you. There's a lift gate vehicle. And as you can see here, there's a ton of storage room in the back here. So when you're going on store runs, so on and so forth, it utilizes very well. So now you're talking about $5,000. That's generally what somebody usually ends up spending on a lease, even if it's no money down, because even on a no money down lease, there's going to be several $1,000s exchanged with the dealership because of motor vehicle fees. You have taxes, title, so on and so forth. So for that kind of money, you could walk out the door with something of this nature, an SUV of this size that may need some mechanical work here and there. You're always going to end up buying one of these as is, meaning do your due diligence. Get a good mechanic to look at it. Take it for a good test drive. Make sure, general rule, if somebody's hiding something, is if they don't want to let you really investigate the car with the mechanic. You know, generally if you give somebody your license and $100 as a deposit in the hand, they'll let you take the vehicle with you for an hour. You could even have them meet you in an empty parking lot somewhere so that there's less liability on their insurance and so on and so forth. But if the car is insured and registered, as a driver, you should be covered. So you see, here you have something here that was repaired with some tape, but it was nicely done. Otherwise, for the most part, the leather seat is in pretty good shape. Passenger leather seat, maybe a cleaning a little bit, but that's about it. The armrest is a little sun-beat, but as you can see, this vehicle has a lot of space. Has a very modern dashboard, and now this kind of money into this kind of vehicle, if you need a everyday working vehicle to move around in and just do some general stuff, you'll see here we have on the dashboard here 163,000 miles. Very nice dashboard. No lights, no engine lights, no nothing. The vehicle works perfectly. You get what I'm saying? So I'll show you under the hood here of what it looks like after a few years. So this vehicle's an 05. It's about 13 years old. So the mileage is actually right for the vehicle. And here you go. Everything's clean inside. Everything's clean inside. No rattling. No leaks. System. You can see here rust on the screws. Nothing's been painted or removed. No overspray anywhere inside the body here. All these moldings have been here since day one. You get what I'm saying? You even have some discoloration of the factory paint. You can see that. So that's that. All nice surface rust. Nothing major. Just things to show that this vehicle has been in the same condition from day one, and nobody has done any body work to it or any mumbo jumbo. So I'll go around back here so you can hear. Very quiet vehicle. Very serene. No misses. The idle is good. The air conditioning works. So for around $4,500, if you end up in one of these vehicles in this kind of condition, in this kind of shape, working the way it needs to work, you did well for yourself. And basically, I'm just going to be doing an oil change to this vehicle, and I'm going to be shipping it down to Florida. And now we have another work vehicle for the cost of what somebody puts down on a lease. And when you put that money down on a lease, it's gone. This, you still have the residual value of this asset. The vehicle's still here. So there's still value in the future. If the vehicle totally conks out, there's value in parts that you could part it out and sell it, so on and so forth. But this vehicle, for the most part, I've got to say, is a really, really good condition, good shape Pilot. And anybody who knows Hondas, this is, well, if you don't know Hondas, this is why people love Hondas. Because 13 years later, this vehicle's still here, great shape. I mean, I just drove it back from where I was located at, 70 miles an hour on the highway, quiet as anything else brand new I drive. Pretty solid, you know, a couple of little rattles here and there, but I mean, what do you want? It's a 13-year-old car. And when you're talking about getting it for a cost, at the cost of what it would cost you to just start a lease and everything else like that, these are some of the vehicles that you want to look for in the used market. And you can find these vehicles out there. Make sure you negotiate, make sure you take a mechanic if you're not mechanically savvy. Make sure you do some online research for any recalls. Sometimes vehicles have a recall. It's good to know what the recalls are, because if you can get in a vehicle from an original owner, you can ask them if the recalls were done, and that will help you know the service history of the vehicle. As always, Demon Durango, everybody, thank you very much for your support. Hit a like button, throw a comment down in the bottom. Ask any questions you want about this vehicle, and I'll definitely let you know what I know about it. And yeah, stay blessed. I hope to see you all very soon, and I will be going live again. My merch is coming. The merch is definitely coming. So it's almost done. Sorry for the delays, folks, but yeah, we're getting there, man. Everything's going well. Everything's doing well, and stay blessed, everybody.